for the Division 1 Sudden Death Showdown Finals. We've been waiting a long time, got a bit of a hiatus for Hidden Cup. But we are here now. It is Beery versus Lewis versus HappyTheAndy, who has been gifted a ticket from winning the Division 2 Finals a couple of weeks ago. So, as always, the maps are generated at random out of our selection in terms of which will be played first. Excuse me. It is, of course, first to 3, so we could get a full 7 games. We may not. We'll see what happens. So what happens is Hillfolk going to be game 1, Kawasan going to be game 2. Now, I know Andy is a bit of a water clown, so being the low elo here, he probably does want to see migration early. But it's going to be Aftermath instead. Bit of a cheesy map. Aftermath maybe he's got a chance with Budapest in the middle. We have not seen Beery falter even a little bit on Budapest. He has been absolutely devastating on that map throughout the entire tournament. Migration is going to be map number 5. If we go that far, it's then going to be followed by Haboob, and that will leave, of course, the very open and very hectic Land Madness, which has had some of our quicker games so far. Thanks, Nelson. Appreciate it. So it's going to be pretty interesting. We do have Civ bans. Each player gets 1 global Civ ban each. We got Andy, who bans first because he's the lower elo coming in. They're the lower seed. So Andy banned Lithuanians, which Beery hasn't lost with. And they are unbeaten on Budapest. So banning them kind of makes sense, especially if you don't plan on playing them. Then we got a Bulgarians ban from Lewis. And then Beery, of course, not dropping a game means that he was the last to ban, and he bans Byzantines. So maybe doesn't want to play against Byzantines on migration. But they are ready for game 1, I believe. So I've already got a lobby code. Let's go see if they have started yet. They should just be due to start. And yeah, like we said, it's going to be Hillfolk for game 1. Be pretty interesting to see what kind of civs everybody goes with. We've seen Bohemians do well on Hillfolk. We've seen Beery use poles on Hillfolk. But I mean, for a Trush, which is great in a 1v1 setting, but in a free-for-all setting, that's a lot more of a tricky situation to put yourself in. So you can never be too sure. I feel like civs that could lend themselves to a good fish boom, maybe like Malay could be good here. We could see Armenians here as well, actually. But then again, with Byzantines banned, you maybe want to save some of your water civs from migration for Kawasan. Later on down the line, even Budapest. Also a map where water may be prevalent. Hello, Lewis. I love you too, man. I've missed you the last week. I hope you're good. So yeah, Beery coming in as the bookies' favourite, as they would say. Unbeaten. Probably the most experienced and highest seeded player. Lewis likely the best chance to give him an upset. And of course we have HappyTheAndy from TSU and also sponsors of the tournament, who won an amazing Division 2 finals, which did go to all 7 games. And maybe you're going to be the fan favourite, but we'll see if it's enough.
Take a seat by the fire.
23 months of Baba Booey. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You a little gemstone. Alright, so we are in the game. And we're going to have Japanese, Bohemians, and Spanish. Okay. All saves with option to go BBC. There's Japanese, they don't get BBC, but they do get hand cannon. Also the way around. I always forget with Japanese which one it is. They do get hand cannon, they don't get BBC. So all saves have option for hand cannon. Only 2 of them have option to BBC. Hand cannon early for Bohemians is viable. They get access to chemistry in the Castle Age. Can also make their archers pretty strong as well. And start from Beery. He's got 2 sheep out here. He's got to be careful about that. Deer are inside, as they usually are on Hillfolk. But what makes Hillfolk interesting is how close you are to running out of wood very early on. You have to expand. You have to expand it to the side areas of the map. And normally you would do that with town centres, but you can't do that on sudden death because you can't build additional town centres. And you'll hear me say that a lot throughout the course of this series, no doubt. But there is good expansion options. Now, I would argue Lewis actually has the safer generation out of the 3 players. The reason being, he can dock the sides here. Now, we haven't seen it done a lot, but when we've seen it done, it's worked well. He could dock, like, here and here to block off this side, and then wall to the woods. And then, like, dock here and here and wall off to the sides. And it would have safe gold, which no other player can do without going very far forward and leaving this back open. Look how far forward this would be. I mean, if it can be locked down, then Andy also has a decent map, and Barry could do the same. Look at this. If Barry walls up here, and then docks, and then walls up the land, he would have a lot of space. And then you can have ships to defend you. You can use demo ships to defend you. We've seen them used to great effect. It'd be pretty tricky building a mill. A lot of players do forget to build a mill on Hill Fort because you don't have berries. And berries can spawn outside the map. And we've got some there, we've got some down here. But people can very easily forget that they need a mill if they want to do a fast castle. Which I think we'll see a lot of fast castling throughout the series. And I'm curious how much, if any, practice has gone into just doing naked FCs for these 3 players going into the set. I know Barry has been a little bit missing from Age of Empires for March. He's been catching up on some IRL stuff after doing a lot of tournaments. A lot of tournament play. So he may be a little rusty, but I don't think that'll have a big impact. So players, pretty clean start so far. No insane eco bonuses for any of these players. I mean, Spanish do get 20 gold for every technology they research, and blacksmith technologies do not cost them gold. But there's no, like, direct eco bonus. Again, Japanese, strong eco bonus with fish, but there are no fish to gather. So that doesn't really matter too much. It's work rate for the fishing ships, and you can't even make fishing traps until feudal age. So, again, the only eco bonus for them is the half cost on their eco buildings. And then Bohemians, no eco bonus at all. I mean, the gold is collected faster, 15% faster, I think, for Bohemians. But again, you don't really take gold until you're on your way to Castle Age. And then once you've got Castle Age with Bohemians, Fervor and Sanctity does affect your villages, which makes them safe. Makes them safe because they run faster, they have more health. And that is really helpful when you can't replace them as quick due to being limited to one town centre. So, Puri pushed all of his deer in a lot quicker than Lewis has, but I don't know if that's to his benefit. So we can see total resources collected, or we have to do it in the stats. I think we may have to do it in the stats. Let's take a look here. Statistics. Go to eco. Yeah, most food collected actually Andy right now. But overall resources, Andy, Barry, and then Lewis lagging behind a little bit, but nothing really to write home about. And that will likely be because Lewis has jumped onto stone early. Now, does this mean he's going to do fast castle into conquistadors, and that's why he's opted into Spanish? It very much could be the case. Japanese can struggle against CA, against the conquistadors, early on. But they do get fully upgraded Arblaster. Their cavalry archers are pretty good as well. There's no reason for them not to go scams. And they have really good monks too. Not as good as the Spanish, but still pretty good. All 3 of these civs have good monks, actually. Oh, scout fight. Barry gives Andy a little dink on the head and says, "Whoa, you don't belong here, sir. You could please vacate the area." Now, if you're Barry, do you feel like there's a target on your back? There's 200 pounds on the line here. 200 pounds.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Hey, Movable, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you had a fantastic stream, Movable. Joining us here just for game 1 here just in time, as the action will be underway shortly, with Feudal Age no doubt soon to be clicked for all of these guys. I guess Lewis's hope is that he can just get eco upgrades, and that will give him the gold.
Ouch!
Double attacks coming in for Andy. And Lewis says, nice uptime for 1700. Wow. So again, players are totally permitted to communicate. But all communication must be visible to all three players at all times. So if Barry and Andy wanted to team up on Lewis, they can do, and they can have a conversation about it, but it has to be visible to Lewis as well. So he has to be fully aware if any shenanigans are happening. And look at this from Andy. I like this. I really like this play. He's going to say, you know what? Those two are the big dogs. They're the big boys. They could be scary. He's already got fishing ships down. That's why he wanted to go to feudal a bit faster. Look at his score. Obviously, it's a bit higher than these two because they haven't gone up to feudal yet, and you do get a bit of a score boost when that happens. But he can stonewall here very easily as well. Coming to the middle, and he can just fish boom this. He can just fish boom this and have a really nice eco. He's even got an outpost here as well. I would love to see Town Watch come in, just to give him that extra little bit of defensive vision. I actually really like the idea of going for a full boom here for Andy. Especially when you can assume that FC is on the cards for both of these dark side players. Which, it's going to be Blacksmith Market from both. And Barry spots the Stoneballs, pings them. And that will alert Lewis to it as well. Throws an 11 in the chat. Oh, quick wall attempt. Oh, Andy gets the quick wall off. This one needs to be tapped. It is. I'm not even there. I'm here. Lewis came over to also snipe the stonewalling Bill, but Andy is safe, and the two scouts can now turn on each other. Hey, Slagger. Unfortunate for Andy getting spotted this earlier. Look at these scouts jousting from these two. And it's a galley. There's a galley on the way for the Japanese here. So they've spotted the walls, but have they yet spotted the fish? And I don't think they have. And as long as their scouts continue to fight, I don't think they will. And Beery gets the best of the scout war. Easy. See, now Beery doing that has told Andy, okay, this village is safe then. Right? Yeah, the yellow scout just gets to chill. And now Andy knows, okay. You're 39 years old, Barry. I'll take you to a care home. I expected to have a little bit more banter from these two as they are on a team together since the tournament started. Lewis was recruited to Darkside. So a little bit of friendly banter. No. Castle Age just comes in now. Imagine as soon as it hits for Lewis, we will see. Oh, he's late though. He's late up. He's 7 bills more than Barry, but he's late. And yeah, instant castle defense for Barry. Monk as well. So Hussite Wagon Monk could be very strong. Can be aggressive with that. Maybe favouring himself in the Monk micro versus the other two players would make sense to me. I would like Andy to commit more than one vill to wall each side here, because Stonewalls takes so much longer to build than Palisade. Alright, look how long this takes to build. It doesn't go up in 2 hits like a Palisade wall does. It takes a lot of time, and oh, he hasn't checked this. Yeah, it's a big wall. Yeah, I thought he might have just been cutting into his water, but no, he wants to go further out, and I don't know how I feel about that. It makes it harder to defend as well. But the fish boom is underway. He's got 9 fishing ships back here. And again, Japanese fishing ships, they have a faster work rate.
A new follower.
Hey, Mignope, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome into the herd. Follower number 1006. Yeah, we hit 1k. Absolutely insane. I do have some exciting stuff in the works for that as well. Barry bringing a villager along with his monk to build an outpost to protect it from a scout. To forward dock? I don't know, where's this villa going? Andy needs to check that gap. Look at this wall from Andy. Sheesh. Where is this village on? Is he going to just put like one tower? Or is he going to... I think he's just going to outpost to try to get some information. Yep, he's just going to outpost. And HappyTheAndy is going to go to a bigger wood line. Lewis's castle will come up on a stone. I don't mind the castle spot. It will protect the stone. It will protect you from this side. But it does not protect the town centre. I'll post already out for Lewis as well. Also looking for any aggression that might sneak through. And Andy is going to be the target. And it makes sense. He's the one in feudal age. He should be the most vulnerable. Plus, Barry's spotting the walls. Knows that Andy should be behind from adding walls in as well. Fire being added by Andy. Yep. Stone walls behind. Andy does have plenty of stone of his own, so if he can hold off until he's in castle age, which is 10% away, he can just drop a defensive castle and Beer tries to take what is rightfully Lewis's relic, and Lewis says no. No, they can't. Canagalians cannot reach the TC. Wait, is Barry coming to castle drop? I mean, he's got the stone for it. Oh no. He's going to find all of the fish back here, and that will not be a very happy day for Andy. But the fires are going to get involved. Do some initial damage to the vills. Towers can go up as well from Andy. Japanese towers could be pretty good. A demo from Andy would be nice. It would be hard for him to hit the vills. I think Barry's going to be watching, but... Oh, demo. It does make connections to the outside wagon. It only does, what, 90 damage with that? 80 damage? Don't know how I feel about that. And yeah, Barry desperately looking for a way in here. And while that's happening, there's Kunks from Lewis. They're just starting to mass up, and they're going to go forward. And Barry, with half of his eco forward, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. And I think this is Barry underestimating Andy a little bit. He's saying, oh, he's only 1,700. He's only 1,700. I think I'll be fine. I can kill him with a very minimal cost to myself, and then I'll still be able to beat Lewis. I think that's probably the thought process he's had here. It's a couple of outside wagons, a couple of villas. With castle drop, the game will be over. And I think he's just really underestimating Andy here, who was ready for it. Castle defense, tower defense. I haven't seen Yasama come in. I don't know, is that the Imtech? Oh no, Catapruto's the Imtech. So he could even go Yasama tower if he wants. There's nowhere for you to put a castle, Barry. It has been sectioned off. He's going to try to put it on the hill here, I guess. And he can't afford another tower. He could put it here. I don't think that's going to be the case. University on the way now, and Lewis with a good number of conks, but not really putting them to use. I feel like he should be pressuring Barry here. Like, look at Barry's score. He should be looking at that score and go, ah. That is the score of a man who doesn't have a lot of army. And like, Andy's walled him off, so it's like, well, I don't even need to worry about Andy for now. That's full walled. The fish has yet been untouched as well. Oh, the galleys can reach the vills. Tower will go up for Andy. Has he got fleshing or anything? He does have bodkin as well. The conks are forward. They're going to start getting through some horse wagons. Palisade wall, even the fortified palisade you get on Hillfort will not last you very long. Castle is going to be attempted. Put a bunch of vills in it. Oh, and guard towers in as well. Guard tower's in and it's Bodkin, and I don't know if this castle goes up, Beery. I really don't. He's got to defend the conks. And Lewis says, well, I'm struggling to get in there. Maybe I'll go and see what's happening on the other side. But it did cause a bit of a distraction. And he needs to micro this this tower, though. He needs to micro the tower onto the vills, because it's attacking those out wagon right now. Yeah. And Lewis is going to tear up, like, what the hell is going on here? I think this castle goes up. Hussite wagons can tank. Wow, 89%. There's 3 vills left, bro. I don't... Is Beery going to abandon it? No, he's trying his best to get those Hussite wagons in the way. Oh my god, 1 vill left. And she's on 1 HP. This castle is not going up. Andy will be staring at this. That's going to be a doubt castle. Oh, she taps it. She taps it again. No, Andy is not staring at this. It's going to go up. Wow. Oh my god, she dies! 98.2%. 98.2%. Doubt confirmed. Andy says doubt, question marks in the chat. And for some reason, Beery is just hyper-focused on this side and says, no, I'm going to get that castle up. Well, just let Lewis run rampant, I guess. There's more conks running around. Lewis has had a chill time. He's got 52 villages. The only person with more eco than him is Andy, who's obviously been fish booming as well. All these monasteries being added in by Lewis as well. And yeah, I think Beery has made a big mistake here by trying to take out Andy with minimalistic conviction, I would say. Lewis may be going to come over as well and think, well, I mean, Beery didn't get the job done. Maybe I can get the job done. Andy should be weaker for this. What he should be doing is thinking, well, actually, Beery scores really low. He got doubted. Andy's Imperial Age. Bro, the 1700-year-old player gets to him first. Has the better economy as well. Has thus far sustained the attempted castle drop from Beery. As Wallingville will be caught by conks. And he's going to run the fish away. I like this. Move the fish around to the other side. Get him away from the conquistadors. Oh, bro, if a demo pops out here, can you imagine? Fish traps are not cheap, by the way. Oh, demo raft and war galley, so it will become a demolition ship. But will it be quick enough? Yeah, right, Zealous, that's what he should be thinking. But instead, he's got his conks over here harassing Andy, and I'm not saying that that's necessarily the wrong thing to do. Andy is the highest score out of him and Beery, but yeah. Now Beery's in Imperial Age as well, and I don't know. Like, you've got to remember, Andy is the 1700 rated player. He's 700 elo below the other two. You would suspect that they are... Ooh, Demo Shock does come in a little bit before War Galley, I think. You would suspect that Beery is the scarier of the two. I'll finish that wall. Okay. There is a hole back here that he may not know about. Oh, no. This could be a total disaster. Or he could wall them in. Another demolition ship is on the scene for Andy. The castle is deleted by Beery. I don't think it was knocked down by the treasure. So a lot of monks are out. 10 monks at the forefront for Beery. We've got some conk and dunk action. It's going to be the play from Lewis. As Andy withholding the aggression from both players and unwavering so far. Did not get his stone walls completed, which is kind of makes them largely useless and a waste of investment, but has maybe dictated how the game started out and maybe played into his hand a little bit. Most of his fish died. 5 still lived. He can always add more back in again. The other 2 not fish booming, so Lewis is currently 1 elo above Beery due to decay from Beery not playing for March. But Lewis is currently 2381. Beery is 2380. But yeah, Lewis sits between high 2K2 and 2K4 with a PB of 2K5. Archery range is going to be the play. I wonder if it will be cavalry archers for Andy. Yeah, I mean, he's making one, so... Yeah, they're teaming up on him and not really winning. He still has the better economy out of all three players. And Lewis will hit Imperial Age in a moment. Loom, very late for Lewis. But he's just going to get it once Imperial Age arrives. I guess he hasn't been under any pressure at all. Leave me alone, lol. I mean, that's a reasonable question. That is a reasonable question. I mean, it made sense for Beery, assuming that he has gone with the mindset of, I can use minimalistic investment to deal with Andy, and that's what he tried to do, except Andy was ready for it and denied it. But for then Lewis to also come over here and not go punish Beery, to me, is, yeah, a bit more of a misplay. It's first to three. First to three. I mean, he could definitely... His Catapuruto Trebs are available as well. He is in Imperial Age. He does have a castle, so he could make some Catapuruto Trebs and just go and absolutely destroy a town centre very quickly. Very quickly. Well, it's first to 3 wins movable, so if it's 1-1-1, then they would play again. Oh, wow. The donks are here, and they want the Hussites. And Barry, you need to delete these, bro. Wow. Wow. 5 Hussite wagons with conquistadors behind them. Oh, my boy. Andy will be enjoying the respite, though. No doubt. What are the... Huh? Wait, were the Vills building a fish trap? Wait, what? That's not... What? Well, didn't know that. Yeah, there was already a doubt here, yeah. Didn't know that, wow. Fucking Jesus Christ. Oh, and Lewis again thinking Andy may be the weaker opponent and the easier one to kill. But... He's half right. Andy doesn't have the monks. Going with that berry would be difficult because of all those monks. Be a lot more micro-intensive. Now he's got the Hussite wagons to protect him as well. Cavalry archers on the hill. Will do well. Braces in. Parthian is in as well, I think. Conversions, though. We're going to need a monastery. We're going to need devotion. The Japanese have a full monastery, as far as I know. Well, yeah, pretty much. Conscription coming through. I don't think Catapuruto's in yet. But chemistry is. So these trebs firing from uphill onto 3 trebs downhill should win out the fight. But RNG does come into effect, of course. Whew. Man, that's a lot of conks. Slow treb push in the middle. But there's 5 trebs here from Beery. Catapuruto. Need some more vills on the repair for this, I think. Another archery range. Vills forward to repair from Lewis. Look at the vill count. 71 economy units for Lewis, 69 for Andy, and then 56 for Beery. But Beery does have the relic control, as far as I'm aware. He has 2. Lewis also has 2, so... Oh, wow. Monk's converting Kongs. Trebs forward. Is he just going to go for the TC snipe? I think, yeah, he can raise the TC. But Lewis has got redemption. He could convert these Trebs. He could legitimately convert these Trebs. He's got redemption. And this will be huge for Andy, who has been pressured. And he will take a big grin to see that the DS players are actually playing against each other. Because up until now, he hasn't realised that. He didn't know. And yeah, Lewis being sniped out there. And caused the GG for game 1. I respect that Lewis gave his TC. No GG gave the TC, as we say at SDS. But yeah, Berry taking the first time set to kill. It was at the 42-minute and, 50-second mark? Because there is also a £10 bonus penalty, by the way. Whoever has the fastest TC kill in the finals also gets a £10 bonus bounty on top of the £200 ready to earn as well. So, a lot of money on the line. Again, I know to Lewis and Andy, £200 is £200. To Berry, who's in Brazil and uses the American dollar, I believe, it's more like £240, £250. So, a little chunk of change. Well, $240, should I say. I love this castle placement. This is really good. Maybe he's in Argentina? Yeah, he's probably in Argentina. That makes more sense. It's because he was asking to use a Brazilian server before. There's no Argentinian server, so that makes sense. In my defense, there's going to be no defense, by the way. Just that. That is an incorrect score. I love it. Apologies. Oh, wait. The Trebs here. They can range the TC. Is Kataparu to win? They didn't unpack that quick, so I feel like it wasn't. And the CA, they're going to protect here. TC's cost double the wood to repair. Berry has the wood. He's going to dive the CA in to snipe the Vills. I like that, but then there's nothing protecting the Trebs. Is it enough? And the Vills are being rushed over. Oh my god, is it going to be enough? One more Treb shot is coming through. I think that Treb shot will do it. And HappyTheAndy, he survives the aggression from Berry. He survives the onslaught of Kongs from Lewis. And he takes game 1. The 1700 EL player coming up against the 2K4 gods that are both ranked 80 plus on the ladder right now. Top 80 in the world are these other two guys. Andy comes in and immediately says, nope, I'm going to play my own game. You guys can be as aggressive as you want. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to play to my style. Berry made the initial contact, got the first kill onto Lewis's TC, and Andy immediately seeing that as a chance for him to go forward. And wow, I thought the CA dive was going to cost him. I actually thought the CA dive was going to make him lose his Trebs, and then he can't contend with this push that's going to come back to him. But no, it was the right call. And HappyTheAndy takes game 1.